I'm going to do some more masking. I'm not going to show it this time because, well, you've seen me mask. You know the process. If you have any questions about this, comment down below because I will always answer. And I've got this masked off again, and I've used a technique where I put the masking on and then I use the paintbrush with water so that I can get some softer edges. I didn't do a lot of masking this time because I want to take these flowers even deeper, and I need to get a lot more green in here, some green in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to deepen up my colors even more. I'm not going to deepen up the yellow, but I am going to add a little bit of blue to the red just to deepen that up a little bit. So I'm going to use a pipette from the blue. I just stirred these. I don't want to get too much blue in there, so I'm just going to do a little bit at a time. I'm just going to change that hue a little bit. Maybe a touch more blue. Yeah, I think that's probably, let me see that now. I'm not going to add any water to this because I want to thicken up this color. The other thing I'm going to do is add a tiny bit of red to this using the pipette. By the way, see in there, that thing, that's a little silicone makeup brush cleaner thing that I stuck in there. And then in the bottom of this, I've got marbles. Let's see, marbles in there. So when I've got paint in there, water in there, I can go this way. It cleans the bottom of this. And also I can clean my brushes. So that makes it very handy for me. Nowadays, now this is something that I've been using for the last 5 or 6 years. But nowadays they've actually got this same thing that you can buy in the art store that's made out of silicone that's specifically for cleaning your brushes to put in your containers. But I don't want to buy that because I've already got that little thing in there. Okay. I'm going to wet this again. I've got to pay more attention to my edges. My edges have gotten a little bit of bleed back in here. So I want to make sure I've got those good this time. Each layer will cover up what's already bled back in there a little bit, but I don't want it to continue to do that because I don't want to continue it on through the entire process. If you hear any snoring going on, I've got my little dog in here with me. She likes to sleep under my other art table that's next to me. And she snores. She's a Boston Terrier. She is almost 12. She has congestive heart failure, so I have to watch her really close. So I'm going to start with the red up here again. Make sure that's mixed up good. Use the pipette to get some of this red down in here. My next one, I'm going to have to really add more color because this looks like it's pretty thin. Probably should be darker, thicker. The further along you get in here, the bigger the areas you've got with not as much masking fluid in there. The further along you get, you'll be adding more masking fluid, and it will really change this up a little bit. And the masking takes longer to put on because you've got bigger areas. I clean out the pipette frequently with clear water so that I'm not putting colors where I don't want them. Now I'm going to start adding the yellow down. Yeah, I think I'll pour this off first. I don't want all those colors to get down in here and then muddy this up. So now I'll add yellow down here, and I'm going to use the pipette for this so I've got a little bit more control. What, now you want outside, Annie? Huh? Now you want outside? You just came in here. You just came in here. Yeah. Now I'm going to have to let this one dry really good. Not that I haven't let the others dry really good, but I just think this one is going to need a little extra. I use a hair dryer on this to dry it. Sometimes using the hair dryer kind of muddles the colors a little bit. Sometimes I like to let it air dry so that the colors stay like this luscious look in here. Look at that. Look at those colors. Aren't they pretty though? Of course, it's still going to go a lot darker. But I'm liking it. I hope you guys are. Next go around, I'll thicken up the colors more. Get some real darks in here. This is the 4th layer, I think. Okay, pour that off. We'll see where we're going next. My other videos, I give a lot more information. This one, because I've done these pouring videos quite a few times, I'm not giving quite as much information, but certainly enough that you could do one of these on your own. And I hope you do. I'd love to see everybody try this a few times, because the first time you try it, you may not like it. But each time you do it, it's more fun. Okay, that's it for now. I'm going to let this one dry overnight, and I will catch you tomorrow.